Hey everybody, this is Frill. Welcome back to Extended Timeline New World Order. So in the last episode we had Indonesia and Myanmar declare war on Thailand. They both won their wars independently of each other, leaving Thailand with just a couple provinces. Indonesia was able to take enough territory to change their title to Malaya here. Over in South America, we had Brazil war with France, taking over French Guyana. We had Panama warring with Costa Rica, taking over all of their territory as well, and Argentina warring with Bolivia, taking over a good chunk of Bolivia there. Over in the Middle East, we had a war between Israel and Jordan. Israel took a chunk of that. Syria also took over the northern side of Jordan as well as Lebanon here. We had Chad going into Sudan as well, and Ethiopia splitting up Somalia into two different pieces. So looking at our armies, we have the USA still on top, even though they haven't had any wars at all, followed by Russia, India, China, and the rebels are in here in top 5, so we'll look around for those rebels. Wars we have going on, I think the main ones, we have a bunch of these punitive wars that are just kind of going nowhere. A bunch of European Union nations have declared war independently on China, so I don't know what's exactly going on here. The most interesting one I'm thinking is Iranian-Turkmen war. So Iran is against Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan. And we have this Mexican-Honduras war, Nigerian-Congolese war. That's pretty interesting as well. We have a Saudi Arabian-Yemeni war. It's kind of been going on forever. You would think Egypt would take some initiative. But anyway, let's go ahead, get started. I wanted to look at this Iranian-Turkmenistan war. It looks like Kazakhstan has some reactionary issues. Yeah, some major issues here. So yeah, Iran is probably taking some advantage here. Is Afghanistan in this war as well? Yeah, they are. So actually, Afghanistan has a decent size army. So, although, actually, now that I say that, I was looking here and I was thinking there was only one stack. There's 2 stacks of 40k for the Iranians, so that's going to be quite the feat to be able to defeat them. Just looking again what these countries are. Yeah, I mean, Kazakhstan is going to have some issues. I wouldn't be surprised if the Russians declared war on Kazakhstan. They almost look like they're preparing to. China has actually looks like they've got military access through Russia, so that's how they got into, they'd actually sieged out Estonia in the last episode at one point, so yeah, that's kind of interesting. Here we go, we've got the Kazakhstan fighting the Iranians there. Looks like the Iranians certainly won that battle, so looking back over here, Mexico's going to win over Honduras, Belize, and Nicaragua. Let's head on over there. We also have an Algerian-Malian war, so that's a good one to look at before we head on over. Algerian-Mali war. We also had Chad. Yeah, Nigeria is at war with Congo. Both Congos here. Got some revolutionaries here as well. Let's quickly look before this ends. So yeah, Mexico easily going to be able to take over Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua here. We'll see if they end up taking it entirely or just piece it out. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I suspect that there's probably quite a few truces at this point since we had so many wars in that first episode. Let me go ahead and actually sort this by war score so that we can... Yeah, they're Mexicans. I want to just kind of keep this on the Mexicans here, Mexico and Central America, because this war does look like it's just about to end. And I want to see what's going on there. So Mexico's battling. Yeah, there we go. So completely taking out Belize. And yeah, so, and Guatemala, or Nicaragua, sorry. Guatemala still exists a little bit there. So heading back on over here. So Algeria and Mali. Nigeria, looks like they pieced out. Looks like Nigeria took over a good-sized piece of Congo there. I don't think Chad got anything from that. Back over in Iran. Looks like actually there's still 2 Iranian stacks, but it looks like the alliance of Turkmen that are actually not doing so bad. I thought that they would have been destroyed by now completely, their armies that is, but it looks like they've been able to reinforce, and we'll have a decent battle, but it looks like the Iranians should win that battle because they have the 2-star general, so I would think that's what that would be. Okay, we had the Saudi Arabians finally won that war against Yemen. Really surprised that the Egyptians did not help them out. Yemen is down to just a couple provinces. So yeah, the Saudis are really, really strong here. Really, really strong. Still got some Moroccan reactionaries here as well. Kazakh reactionaries also doing well. So yeah, here we go. They got the... actually, the Iranians actually won that battle. That's what I was trying to say. It looked like it was a close one, though. A lot closer than I thought. As I said before, it looks like the Russians are preparing an invasion of Kazakhstan. It'd be interesting to see that happen. All these punitive wars not going anywhere. Mexico's on the on the aggression here. Okay, that's a Czechoslovakian. I thought that was another one. So yeah, the Mexicans are going to take out El Salvador. I would think that Nicaragua probably next, or Guatemala. There's going to be no fight whatsoever here. Interesting. I'm wondering what's going to happen. It looks like the Mexicans are a little bit stronger here. A little bit stronger. Nothing happening. Not too much happening at all in Europe for the most part. I thought we might get some more action like in Yugoslavia and all that, but I guess with the EU, not much going on. It looks like Turkmenistan has been cut down to size. Iran coming on strong. Although I'd be careful if I was the Iranians, because if you establish that border with the Russians, you're kind of inviting them to come into your territory here, so... yeah, I've seen that happen. As soon as you get that border with Russia, you get that negative. Do we have Ethiopia take over Sudan here as well? Hitting the wrong key there. Okay, yeah, looks like we did. Looks like Sudan is completely gone. Algerian-Malian War, Angolan-Congolese War. It's a good one. Get rid of these punitive wars. And do we have an Irish one? Irish-Chinese punitive war. Who would have thought? Ireland, Denmark, France, Netherlands. Okay, this one, the Czechoslovakian one, somehow has a positive war score. Not sure why that would be, but okay. Where are our armies? Okay, yes, Mali in here with about a 53k stack. With Ghana as an ally of theirs. Algeria has a decent sized army. 2-star general on the Malian army, though. Israel coming out here, see Saudi Arabia. Yeah, they did actually cross the Red Sea here. I didn't notice that before, but I didn't talk about it, I don't think. So we've got Congo versus Angola here. Yeah, we knew about that. I just hadn't looked at it yet. Not going well for them. The Algerian one is also not going well. So Algeria is actually the one that declared that war, because they were not in their right mind on that whole deal. Both do have 2-star generals, so pretty even. But they're going to need to actually fight each other. If I was Algeria, I would have probably gone into Tunisia first, and then gone into Mali, something like that. Chad only has 18k. They've been growing, but only 18k, so... looks like the Saudis only about 50k as well. He's got 7k, 43k there. Indian change of government in China? Well, that's pretty wild. I'm a little surprised here that India would think that they could do much of anything. I guess somehow in those punitive wars we have Czechoslovakia is actually, with either of them or their alliances, are somehow occupying territory in China. So interesting things happening in China here. I guess this is a war to change China's government to a republic, most likely. Constitutional Republic would be that as India, so we'll see if that happens. Somehow, Dali peasants. Let me just quickly look at these army sizes here. China is in here. They're completely out of manpower, that's why. So yeah, the Indians could be successful here. I really could have never imagined that would happen. I'm surprised Nepal wasn't a target here. I wonder if they have any alliances. I don't see any. Chinese, no alliances there either. Let's quickly look around here. Indians are going it alone as well. Saudi Arabia is with the... Syria, okay. Yeah, they've got some alliances with the Syrians and Turkey, so that's kind of interesting there with the Saudis with the Syrians. Based on real world... Okay, we've got... Something just happened here. One of these punitive wars, I think, just ended. Let me just look at what we've got here. Certainly the Czechoslovakian one did. I don't recall all the ones we had going on. Still have this Irish one. We also have South Africa and Zambia at war with a bunch of other African nations. So we've got Yarkand has been created. They are still socialist states, so obviously India is the one that's going to be changing them up. So we've got South Africa with Angola and Mozambique against Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Namibia. Malawi there, okay. I'm just amazed at this, what's going on in China here. Let me get down here and... Okay, they at least have a 45k stack, and it looks like they... Okay, they're actually beating the... Even though they have a terrain penalty, they just beat the Chinese. They've got... Yeah, wow, India's... I'm going to keep repeating it over and over in this series. So we've got Dali peasants here. Okay. Myanmar. Did they expand a little bit more into this area? Let me look. It's all cored up, so I'm not sure. It's all cored up. I'd be curious. Okay, we've actually got Malayan change of government in Myanmar and Cambodia. Okay. I'm going to go back to South Africa and look at what's going on there as well. But yeah, the Malaya, very, very strong. Got the South Africa winning a war. I'm used to, in the AI-only series, when South Africa gained its independence, it was called Botswana, so that's who was kind of the powerhouse at nearing the end of that series. Oops. Finally had a little bit of slowdown there. I wonder if we have some rebels around. We've got a Mongol Yarkand nationalist war in Mongolia going into Yarkand, that new nation that was just created. This Angolan Congolese war has been going on for a little while. Surprised we don't have more going on in South America. Did have Mexico win in El Salvador as well, though. So they only have Guatemala and Nicaragua before they get to Panama, and we'll see what the Mexicans there. They seem aggressive so far. Okay. Yeah, we still had this Angola war against the Congos here. Who's winning this one? Angola is winning that one. They have Equatorial Guinea and Malawi with them, both Congos, allied together. Seems like Nigeria, yeah, Nigeria expanded into Congo there as well. Ah, here we go. We had Mali take over large chunk of Algeria. Looks like they released Mazab and Tlemcen. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, looks like, yeah, we've got Iran, won that one. We knew about that. Yeah, we've got some powerhouses. This is going to be really interesting to see. We've got, like, Mali and Chad and Ethiopia. We've got the Uzbek, Kyrgyzstan, Nationalist War. I should go back to Asia to look at what's going on here. Peruvian-Chilean War, that should be probably pretty simple between Peru, Chile, Paraguay. Okay. So yeah, we've got the Indians moving through China here. It's a little bit difficult to see where they've actually sieged down. The orange on the yellow there. Looks like we've got, because of the punitive wars, we have Wu has been released as well. We've got a Qing, sorry, that has been released. What's going on here? I thought maybe that one of these other guys that's around here might try to go aggressive. We still have this Malayan Myanmar Cambodia war. They just won that, taking over a large chunk of Myanmar as well. And we're getting a bunch of released countries. I think Vietnam might have gained some territory back. I can't quite tell. Yeah, the Chinese are really, really struggling here. Denmark is sieging out. So this punitive force that I thought were not going to go anywhere are actually doing something here. Kenya and Somali imperialist war. Kenya is actually... Okay, that was... I was thinking for a moment that Somalia was Ethiopia, so yeah, that one should be quite simple. Very easy for Kenya. These guys that haven't been aggressive so far need to expand, otherwise they're going to get eaten up by these other guys here. Unless they have some sort of alliance with them, which I guess they have with Uganda, Zambia, Mozambique. Looks like the South Africa took some territory from Zimbabwe here. Just a little bit of Zimbabwe left. Okay. And there was something going on over here in South America. Peru, this is the second time they've had that war with Chile, and I kind of felt like they ended it early because they had a war with Colombia. Because I expected them to completely take over quite a bit of territory here in Chile, possibly finish them off, and it looks like there's a possibility they might do that now. We'll see. Heading back to India and China here. I don't really see much army for the Chinese left. The Indians are up to 39 war score. Peru is good. Russian change of government in China as well, so... Oh, we have an Egyptian-Libyan war as well. Let's see, Egypt and Tunisia against Libya, Mali, Chad. That's actually a good one because of the alliances there. See, I would say that the Chinese are going to be changing their government type here very, very soon. They have socialist state. Steppe nomads, okay, Zunghar. I won't expect them to be around very long. Did Iran gain more territory here? I don't remember them being completely around Turkmenistan there. So yeah, we have Egypt going into Chad. Somehow Libya gained back some territory. Okay, Mali probably defeated. I did not notice that before. Mali defeated Algeria and gave territory back to Libya. So that was lucky of Libya, but then the Egyptians immediately went back and declared war on them almost immediately, so that's a good one. What a mess. I thought things were going to calm down a little bit in this episode, because I thought there were going to be a lot of truces out there. But I was very, very wrong. Looks like India just took over a large chunk of China there. Look at all that. Alright, with that said, it does look like we're out of time for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please hit the like button. Really helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.